3, 2, 1.
My name's Noah, it's summer, I'ma show you. Stronger than I was a year ago, now we've grown up. Not talking time when I miss you ceases. Every chunk of bar drop, leaves some feeling. School breaks here, younger form, gotta show up. Bars ain't now, unlock the bars blown up. Mind my business, literally got a business. Give you the business, every word stand witness. Testify my truth, you snitches. Mindset like a lion, move strong, fierce vicious. Dividends riches, home run, out the park pitches. Spin the block, each base dizzy. Young tornado get busy, forecasting over my city. Ocean pride, head up, never no pity.
Hello everybody, welcome to Unlock the Bars. I'm Noah, your host, and today we're interviewing the amazing Pendulum Ink story. And so it's featuring the CEO, Dean, and owner, Mickey Facts.
It's the #1 draft pick, shaking Adam Silverhand, making sure my hat fit. I had chicks on the mattress, no hockey, tied knots and condoms, that's a Jimmy hat trick. It's all truth and facts fit, that's it. Big-headed guys tell lies, that's why the cat fit. They whole aura scream catfish. The rap's sick, but can heal people walking through Damascus.
Hi Mickey Facts, how are you?
What's up, Noah? How you doing? Good to see you again, man.
I'm doing good. Good to see you again too. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to begin this innovative moment called Pendulum Ink.
Well, my name is Mickey Facts. I'm from the Bronx, New York. I'm a hip hop artist. Done a lot of different things in my career, from commercials to songs with big artists to putting out albums and mixtapes and mentoring people, songs in video games, ghostwriting, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And early during the pandemic, I reached out to a company called Masterclass, and I was interested in, teaching a class on lyricism. I felt like that lyricism deserved a space on their platform. And they responded back in the DMs, well, don't call us, we'll call you, basically. I'm from the Bronx, so when you do stuff like that to somebody from the Bronx, next thing we do is we create it. We go and create our own situation. And that's something that, our people, Black people, have been doing for the past 400 years. And I went out and I created my platform. Now I don't need Masterclass, and I guarantee they'll probably be giving me a call soon. So yeah, that's the story.
That's so powerful. I'm impressed on how you reached out to someone looking to help them, but once they didn't put effort into helping you build that mission, how you showed you didn't need other people to help you achieve your mission, and that you were proactive and took initiative to start building it on your own.
That's definitely dope. And speaking of mission, what is the overall mission of Pendulum Ink?
Overall mission is to give MCs, poets, writers, and people who love hip hop the tools to be better MCs, poets, writers, and lovers of hip hop, understanding what it is that you're listening to, defining what it is that you're listening to. And if you choose to implement these tools in your daily lexicon, we also, our mission is also to teach MCs and people who join up the business of hip hop and what that looks like. So we cover a vast ground with what it is that we do here.
Man, that's definitely amazing, man. And I'm sure the process from the ground, building that up, wasn't easy. Taking it, and building that mission and putting it into fruition is a definitely admirable thing. It's definitely amazing.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
It must have been a major task selecting your team of instructors. Who are your core professors, and take us into that selection process?
Wow. It's a great question. So my co-founder, his name is Chilla Jones.
But this left for dead, leave his face so sore. His doom in his battlefield, so I don't play no more. COD. But I can tell by your shocked expression that I ain't gotta say no more. Made you an angel, and now that you don't have life, they don't wonder why dead rising with a halo.
He's a very famous battle rapper. He's the only battle rapper to win Champion of the Year and King of the Dot champion chain. And he knows and understands every piece of the lexicon that I know. and have mastered. He's mastered it as well. So I said, well, you know what? If I'm going to do this, I got to do this with my guy who knows everything I know in the event something happens to me. After that, I reached out to Professor Comic Book Cam.
Master of just rapping as such. Pass me a bellow or pass me a Dutch. I'ma roll and pass you a blunt. Nigga, you know I roll faster than an African run. Niggas don't even smoke and they say that they had to hit one. Yeah. Woo! This is true rap music and niggas that act stupid get their crew smack toothless.
Who is a jazz musician / MC, viral MC. And I said, you know what? I need this guy to help people get their rhythm on point, get their pocket presence and cadence and delivery and tonality and breath control and inflection on point, because that's what he specialized in as a jazz musician. So he is on staff as the head of the rap theory department, teaching MCs these foundational tools to not only get on beat, but also to learn the basic mechanics of rhyming. I also have Professor Jeff Walker, who owns a company called Rhymecology.
It's a dream come true working at Pendulum Ink. I'm breaking down cream with the woo. Who's ready to link with professors giving lectures? It's a genuine sync. And graduates get to share a few beers after 2 years of that Mexican drink. It really doesn't cost much. You're not spending a sink. You can keep the ice rollies because we goalies defending the rink. It's more than stars stacking cars. We want you ready to think. Rhymecology got those psychology bars, never letting them shrink. I'm just here to teach what I know so you can hit the streets and blow. Oh, did I say hit the streets and blow? I meant we can find why you're unique and grow. Let's go.
And then last but not least, our curriculum editor, Professor Roberto. He has a company called Rap Seminar.
Hey, yo, I want to showcase your music. All right? I want to create content for you that helps you market and promote your music. This is Rob Nice transmitting live from Rap Seminar.
He does some of our creative writing classes at the school, and he makes sure and ensures that our curriculum is intact and that the things that we teach are on point with the overarching school system that we have here in America.
Well, I mean, just you're taking what they do on a higher educational level, and with all the PhDs that have been written within the recent years of hip hop, because there's been an increase in that, and you're actually taking that and putting it into action. Like it's so innovative what you're doing. It's amazing, because just hearing like your different departments. I majored in my master's in higher education leadership and policy studies, and like the different departments that you're speaking of. Just hearing the language that you're talking, it's like you're taking that model and putting it into hip hop and just building a legitimate university where a lot of these tools and STEAM building is being put into practice on an adult education level.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. I'm it's speechless at times, because it's just amazing to see the where hip hop has come to this day, and you're on the forefront of something amazing and groundbreaking.
Yeah, I mean,
And sorry, go ahead, Mickey.
No, go ahead, Noah. Go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say is, adding on to what my dad said, I also find the hip hop. You said you had like a mental health counselor, something like that, in your Pendulum Ink Foundation. I find that really fascinating, because that ties into a lot of the hip hop therapy that my dad does. So I feel like my dad can also resonate with that a lot, since he's always talking about the suffering in his rhymes and hip hop therapy, which is one of the most important things when it comes to hip hop. So I found that really cool.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that back up, Noah. The thing about that is, I didn't want to create syllable robots. Guys are just coming in here and doing these amazing theatrics. And I didn't want to have guys just coming in, learning from Professor Cam, that's just having these incredible flow cadences and da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. I didn't want all of that and not say something, right? That means something, right? Not only that will impact us as a society, but also impact themselves. And it means a lot to me. It is a mandatory class We have 3 mandatory classes. That is rap theory, that is advanced techniques, and that is rhymecology, which is our mental health space. You have to attend that class because you have to dive deep within yourself to understand who you are as an artist and as a person, right? And expressing yourself in that way is essential for us as artists. So thank you for that. And as far as your dad goes, right, like, you know, we are moving in a space that is unprecedented. You know? So far, we only have 6 courses. You know, we have rap theory, we have advanced techniques, we have rhymecology, we have the Mickey Money class, which is the business class. We have a content creation class, and we have a battle rap class. We also have, you know, we started summer school, and it's over next Thursday. But we had a creative writing course that was twice a month, and we had a performance workshop course that was once a month. And, you know, so essentially that's like 8 classes. Next year, we're going to have 15 courses. And, you know, like the way I'm looking at this thing, I'm looking at this as a space where hip hop matters. It really does. It really, really does. And we need to take control of it. You know, you always see these terms in social media, like, why these things happen? Why are we not in control of the culture? Well, guess what? Now we have someone that is in control, at least of the academia space in hip hop. And, you know, next year we're going to be doing hip hop according to finance. We're going to be doing criminology in hip hop.
Wow.
Visual aesthetics in hip hop, evolution of rhyme. You know, we got songwriting classes and some of the MCs that we have.
Listen, no, I know what college you're going to.
Listen, yeah,
you know, that's deep, man, because what you're doing is you're like you said, man, you're teaching, and it's what's been lost. Like, I feel personally, it's been lost. And the points you pointed out, that was before you came along and started doing it. There was a lot of debates about that. Like, yeah, you got the cadences, you got that, but where are the stories and where's the passion? And so the fact that you're putting that into curriculum and building it into the actual foundation of learning, man, that's, you know, hats off to you, man, for real. Seriously. You know, and I know you also have guest instructors that pop up every now and then as an incentive to students. Tell us about that program and some of the different people who've came in and inspired the students.
So for me, I wanted to legitimize the school. And the only way to legitimize hip hop is to reach back and to speak to the people that helped formulate and form the culture as we know it today. You know, I'm one little cog in this big machine. So even though it's coming from me and people respect who I am, there are other people who have bigger fan bases that we decided that we wanted to implement with this. So far, we've had Inspect the Deck.
Socrates, philosophies that I rock this league. Can't define how we dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform on robbery. Flee with the lottery. Possibly they spotted me. Battle scar, shogun. Explosion with my pen is tremendous. Ultraviolet shine, blind forensics. I inspect you through the future. See millennium. Killer bees, so 50 gold, 60 platinum.
We have Fonte from Little Brother. We've had Master Ace. We've had Corey Guns.
And I'm an intelligent, ignorant, intellectual, militant, vigilant, illegitimate, and illegitimate professional, sectional, full of aggression. Move like a congressional heckler will turn you to a vegetable for your perpetual assault and pepper. You keep it funky, let it pep lip you and left what's left of you on 11 News. Whoever knew the revenue over my revenue and desperate the measures immeasurable, dressed like a pirate, the berry who treasured you.
That's Skyzoo.
Peace, 1, 2, check it out, it's Skyzoo, tapping in with everybody. Just wanted to let y'all know that July 27th, I'm doing a live guest lecture on Pendulum Ink. Super excited and honored and privileged to be rocking out with the Pendulum Ink family, and we're gonna be doing a whole course about storytelling. You know, if you know Pendulum Ink, you know it's different aspects of lyricism and breaking down different sides and different facets and layers of lyricism, and mine is about storytelling. You know, my catalog, you know, 90% of the records I make.
And next week, we got Cyrock.
Name is still a rose, and the sturdiest can reach to the granite from which it grows. Then I suppose that I'm destined to shock the rose. But
for Women's Month, To close out summer school, we got Twister.
What up, what up? It's your boy right here, Twister. I'm going to be teaching September 1st at Pendulum Ink. Check me out.
It's gonna be crazy. Pull up, man.
Next month, we have Razzcast. October, we have Saha the Prince.
Wow.
And November, we have Method Man coming to teach.
Dress code from KRS to Depeche Mode. Kid, I'm so cool, you catch cold at the jump off. It's about to jump off. My niggas speak with their hands or the gun talk.
And you know, we have an in-person graduation with Bun B as the commencement speaker. And you know, I'll give y'all like 3 names for next year. I'll give y'all 3 names for next year. Next year we have one of the MCs that we have is Pharaoh Monch coming. We have the legendary, iconic DMC from Run DMC.
What?
Teach Evolution of Rhyme.
Doing it, and the kids are excelling in reading, writing, and arithmetic. So after that, I heard a couple of months later, all of the teachers that attended that are now utilizing the power of hip-hop to educate and teach the youth and have seen dramatic, yes, substantial improvement in the academics and not only that, in the attitudes of their kids.
And we have another iconic MC, you know, from the legendary group Outkast. We have Big Boy coming to teach.
Man, you're grinding. You're grinding, man. You're grinding.
We made 6 months yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think you get some dabs for that, Noah. I think.
Yeah. So, as a student in Pendulum Ink, what are they expected to experience from the program, and what are your expectations of students' skill level and work ethic entering the program?
Well, the expectations for me are I have to at least learn, you know, what it is that they're writing, learn what it is that they're listening to, and be able to identify what they're listening to in writing. That is very important to us. I can say this proudly. Every student asks us what's for homework. Every student asks us when we have days off, why are their days off? They don't want July 4th off. They don't want Labor Day off. They want class all the time. They want to talk hip hop all the time. They want homework all the time. They want testing all the time. This is unlike anything I've ever experienced in my entire life. You know, the fact that the students want to engage, they are challenging the professors to give them more workload so they can present more of their inner talent to the world is unlike anything I've ever seen, ever.
It's, you know, man, you know, it's deep because, you know, out in Queens years ago, man, in the junior high school system, we built about my brother. They call him the nation's hip hop principal, and he used like a lot of those tactics. He did for he implemented hip hop. Like one of the first principles implemented hip hop into the junior high school program. You know, back when one of the worst schools in Queens Village, they call Shadyville, back in the day on about Jamaica, and he took it and turned that school around because just some of the things that you're saying, like when the kids started, the power of hip hop, when they started seeing like, wait, you're teaching something that we can relate to, is something that we can get true education through this message that comes from our communities. It makes you love learning, you know, and for you to take that to the adult level, it's just so deep, man. It's you know, and have these people hanging on to every word, because I hear from, I know a lot of the students in the program, and I hear they'll tell me like, man, you know, it's just when they pull up on my lives, they're always excited and always, yo, Pendulum, I'm a Pensman of Pendulum Ink, and you know, and just the other day, Master, I said I would say so, Master Inferno, man, he's a cool dude. He's like, he came up on my live and was like, does Mickey know I'm a pensman. I'm a pensman now. His chest was out. Just the pride of hearing it. You see it in their eyes, man, and it's amazing what you're doing. The wave that you're creating, changing the entire game.
Thank you.
And also going into incentives. I know you also have another program like a student of the month type of incentive where the students, so you pick a student and highlight their work for the month. How has that inspired the students, and just take us into that process of some of the things they have to do to earn that prestigious title for the month?
So we have had 6 students of the month so far. Or was it 5? Five, like March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, 5 so far. And basically we test our students every week. And we give them homework every week. And only 2 tests of the month do we grade them. So we give them grades. And the combined grade of the 2 tests that you take, we rate it the same way the source rated 5 mics, but we rated 5 pens. So, we are able to kind of sit back and listen to their homework, because the homework is them rhyming either on beat or rhyming a cappella. We want to make sure that they're staying intact. And then once they kind of perform these rhymes,
turning words to fire. Proof is in my veins, so I ain't burning. I'm implying that I'm immune to the flames. I'm a pilot due to a plane. The flies dude in the game. That's a consequence of what getting high can do to your brain. I'm an optimist, but they wildin', trying to prove I'm insane. I'm advising you to behave. My entire crew is deranged. We opposites. I speak with confidence and reek of opulence. I leak the documents that deny any truth you claim. Look,
an average score of their scores, and then we take that average and we present it to them solo, and then we announce the student of the month to the class that very next day. And that student of the month, they get perks. They get Bars app merchandise. They get Spit Education placement on their YouTube channel with over 87,000 subscribers. They get promoted by the Pendulum Ink staff. And depending on what we're teaching that month, we get that student of the month, that placement. So in July, it was June, one of our students of the month, he was paid to do a rap for this accounting firm that sponsored Pendulum Ink. So we paid that. We paid him out of that sponsorship money. Then this month, obviously, we have Pensman Show Rock.
Schemes in my sentences, so hopefully y'all can ID what the premise is. This effortless penmanship has never been blemished. This is evident when I mentioned it. Intentions to leverage it, heaven sent but hellbound. These rappers capping. What happened? They left their letters in trap, and we call that spellbound. Now they trying to force us into extinction. I see the DEA and get the quick thinking, like John Wilkes in a booth before he hit Lincoln. Even tiny holes tip the balance, lead the ship sinking. Multi-syllabic rhyme schemes in my sentences.
Show Rock, he'll be coming into the interview today. This is a perk for him to be able to get interviewed for Pendulum Ink. So we want to be able to give our students something to work towards. And then at the end of the year, whatever your total average grade is for the entire year, you have the opportunity to be valedictorian and speak at graduation, and get an award and get some extra, perks, so that's what we're here to do.
I think that's beautiful, man. And we here at a Young and Informed Media and Unlockthebars, we believe in what you're doing, and I'm, seriously, not just all talk, seriously believe in what you're doing. So if you ever wanted to add that on as a perk of getting a feature like we're doing today for Show Rocker, as something that you want to add on to the thing, we will be down to do it, because supporting a mission like this is something that we would love to be a part of, and we believe in it so much that it's going to change lives. It's going to give a lot of people hope and opportunity. It's so much bigger than hip hop, really, at the end of the day.
I would love to definitely collaborate in that space. I feel like our students need to be able to have some proper media training and be able to interact with different people in media. And I think that that would be something fascinating to just kind of, add to the Student of the Month's, perks.
Yeah. Pendulum. So, how did that moment happen? The name?
The name came from me and Chilla Jones having a song together called Pendulum.
Okay, it came right from the song. Wow.
Came from the song, and we were actually going back and forth.
Right.
On the record. So that's how we came up with the end. And it was a Just Blaze beat, original. And that's how we came up with the title, Pendulum Ink. Wow. And then I wanted it to be Pendulum INC, Pendulum Ink. And he was like, nah, make it Pendulum INK. Hey, that's hard. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be one of those scenarios and situations where, this is going to change the culture, bro. Like, there's so much that I haven't even said yet. It's even shocking to me, we're going to have financial aid available for students who can't afford this. We're going to have debate teams, so we're going to have debate teams, man.
The doors lighting up. He's on a debate team in school.
Oh yeah. We got debate teams, and I'm finalizing our first edition of our textbook. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful book with all of our lessons.
Yeah.
It's about 200 pages. And it's stocked with so much information. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable what we've been able to do in 6 months. It doesn't even sound real. Honestly.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's the thing that keeps resonating. 6 months, and how many people are falling in line, backing it, and believing it? Because that's what it is. People see the vision and they're right on board. The names that you list just alone from the guest roster in 6 months, to have that roster falling in line, like, yeah, let me know a date. People are starving for it. These MCs are out there starving for it, and they show it. And you now have the platform to show them. Yeah, see, these MCs really do care, and they really do have want to have a more of a voice in the game they help shape.
Yeah, and listen, I want other schools to pop up. I desperately need other master classes and other schools to pop up.
Right.
Because you got to think about it, man. I'm a Saved by the Bell fan. I know that's before your time, though. But Saved by the Bell, it was Bayside and it was Valley. And they was always going head to head. As long as I'm Bayside, where's Valley at? I need I want to have debate a Bayside versus Valley thing. Have my students pull up and do a debate. Have my students pull up and who's the better rhymer? Who's the better
varsity? Got a varsity team.
Oh, hey man, listen, we serious. We serious. We serious with it.
Oh man,
we serious with it.
What?
We serious. We don't play Pendulum Ink, baby.
That's fly right there too.
We don't play. We don't play, man. I'm trying to tell the people, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me, man.
Was this something like years in the making in your mind?
It was always this thing. I think, it goes back to, I think like-minded people have like-minded visions.
Right.
It's always this thing, why isn't hip hop being taught more?
Right.
Why isn't there a hip hop school? Why isn't there a place for people to learn how to write rhymes? Why isn't there a place for people to learn the intricacies of hip hop and criminology in hip hop? Like, I have real college professors coming to teach these courses. And I was like, you know what? I wanted to retire into a college. Like, when I'm done rhyming, I want to just teach. And I kept getting this door slammed in my face. And then masterclass, that was the last door slam. And I said, that's it, no more. I'm going to do my own school. And for the professors that are out there, yourself included, right? If there's a course that you always wanted to teach in hip hop, Your university said no to you, you come to Pendulum Ink. The only way we'll say no to you is if we got too many courses that year.
Right.
It's the only way we'll say no to someone. But I only want hip hop based courses being taught at my school because that is important. We need to know our culture. We need to know the intricacies within. It's not just rap. There's business. There's the legal system. There's fashion. There's aerobics. There's marketing. There's media training. You know, there's even like science. Like, let me tell you, this thing is vast.
It's beautiful. For me, it's such a blessing, man, because my son's coming up, you know, the young and informed media. I'm always telling them, and it's funny how the timing is. I'm telling them they're doing things like that on their level with their friends and promoting hip hop and education. And then this comes along where they're so close and able to reach out and see it and grasp it and see now on the next level how it's implemented. So what you're doing now, Noah, and you see what Mickey Fax is doing on this level and how it all ties in and it's impactful and changing the narrative of our community, how we could take power of the media and not wait for them to do it, but we change the narrative. Just like he said in the beginning, I'm not going to wait for masterclass. I'm going to do it myself. I'm going to set it up and change it myself. Show rocker.
Oh, hey, you see what's up? You know it. You see what's up? We didn't plan this. We did not plan this.
This is the pride.
Just had to be fly, you know. I got to
know that shows the pride of what you're doing. The pride, like the proud of what you're engaged in.
Hey, Show Rocker, how are you?
What's going on, my man?
I'm doing good. It's so nice to meet you. Finally, it's so nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Briefly tell us about yourself and where you're from and how you fell in love with hip hop.
Ooh, okay. Well, my name is Show Rocker. I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. It's a little town in CT, and we have the best pizza in the world. I'm gonna just start by saying that. How I got into hip hop? When I was probably about your age, maybe even younger, because I don't know how old are you, about 8, 10, 12?
I'm 13.
Woo! Okay, all right, 13. Okay, so I was much younger than you were, and my mom, she really wasn't into sports, and my dad wasn't always around. Actually, he wasn't around at all, I ain't gonna lie, to teach me sports. So she bought me a boombox. And on that boombox, it was a Salt and Pepper tape. That's an older group. You might not know. You might know. I don't know. You might be well versed in hip hop. But that's how I became a fan. That's how I fell in love with hip hop. Salt and Pepper's Push It back in the late 80s.
Ooh, Salt and Pepper. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the first we heard that. You know, people don't give a lot of respect to Salt and Pepper. And that's dope that you shouted them out. You know,
I gotta keep it real. I'm not, it was Rakim, it was Hope. Like, I'm gonna keep it real with Salt and Pepper. She was a woman. That's what she was listening to. Yeah,
definitely, man. So what made you want to enroll in Pendulum Ink?
I was already following Mickey Fax, and I'm a big fan of his lyricism. And I saw that they were starting a school for lyricism. And to me, hip hop and academia has always been a thing that interested me. When I went to the University of Pennsylvania, and we were one of the first schools to have a hip hop class. It was a Tupac class taught by Michael Eric Dyson. And it was the first of its kind at the time in an Ivy League institution, somebody teaching about Tupac. And I always felt like that was something that should be there. But the fact that Mickey, a top tier lyricist, was actually doing this, and, I had some other friends that were interested in joining, and we say, you know what, even if it doesn't make us better rappers, it will get us better versed in the terminology. We might be able to rub shoulders with some people. We might be able to open some doors we couldn't otherwise open.
Right. Definitely, man. That's powerful.
Yeah, I find that mission and that passion to bring hip hop to schools is very, very powerful. And I like how what Mickey was doing and what he was creating has inspired so many other people and touched so many other people who have been fascinated by things like that before, I like how Mickey made it the main part of his school, Pendulum Ink mainly being about hip hop. And I'm glad that the students enrolling in this school are passionate about the work they're doing and presenting to the class. And so, how has Pendulum Ink helped you sharpen your MC skills?
Oh my God. There are animals in this school. We call each other Martians. Like, I'm used to being nice. Like, I'm not, I'm humble, but I know that I'm nice. I'm a dope rapper. But being around these guys, it will knock you down a notch. And we have a saying that we say, steel sharpens steel. So, being around these people and able to spar, it makes you want to up your lyrical pen game every single hour of every day. You hear these guys and you say, I ain't gonna let him wash me today. I'm not gonna let him kill me in class. So it's like, it's not even about being student of the month. It's just, the biggest compliment in rap you can get is the ugly face. When you say a mean bar and somebody goes, "Urgh," and we rap to hear each other do that every week. Every Sunday we sit and we just trying to get that response from each other. We respect each other a lot.
I'm about to say it must be something to be amongst MCs that you respect, your fellow pensmen, and to get that, rhyming. I know what that is. That validation with somebody like you respect, like. And then you have Mickey Fax, and if Mickey Fax pulls up and it goes, y'all made Mickey Fax make an ugly face. You know what I'm saying? Like, so,
and don't let them. I mean, they're nice to you on the lives, but don't let them fool you. Mickey and Tilla Jones are tough. Yeah. They will not let us get away with any BS. Ain't no reaching, ain't no subpar bar. They'll tell us. They'll be like, "Show Rock, you could do better than that."
Right.
Or they'll be like, "Eh." So.
That's dope, man. And like I told Mickey before you came out, I know a lot of the, students, the pensmen that are in there, and what you just said from the outside, I've experienced like different people. I knew they were nice, and then they went into the school, and then
got better.
One of my boys posted something, and I hit him up on the phone. So what was that? And he was like, Pendulum Ink, man.
And that's a fact. I didn't think that it was gonna, and this is probably me not coming in as humble as I should have. I didn't think that it was gonna make me a better rapper, but I could 100% say, aside from the other things that it's given me the opportunity to do, it's made me a much better rapper. Right. I'm delivering better verses now. I'm using more inflection. I'm using more technique. I'm using different cadences and rhyme schemes versus staying in my comfort zone of, that grimy boom bap and those heavy, hard punches. Now I'm doing stylistic things. In addition to just the knowledge that we get from being around these industry veterans, I was able to book my first show on my own and ended up this past Sunday. I just opened up for Ghostface Killer. And that was all because of Mick. He told us he gave us the blueprint.
What? Man, that's major. Yo, so congratulations to that, man. That's major, man. For real.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. That's following a dream, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope,
And I can't wait for graduation just to meet up with all of the pensmen that I haven't met yet and to have that cipher. We need that. Culture needs that.
Yeah. We were doing the research and we saw one of the, there's a cipher, there's a little battle.
Graduation is going to be, we're going to have open bar. We're going to have fully catered food. We're going to have MCs getting their degrees. You know what I'm saying? Whoever's the valedictorian, they get the valedictorian award. They get to speak. Bun B will give his commencement speech. He's going to shake people's hands. Obviously photo ops. Students are not getting caps. Cap and gown. They're getting caps. And it's going to be to the back. Their hat's going to be to the back. They all got to come in. They pick up their hat with their name on it. Hat to the back. They walk in. And then when you get your degree, just like how you move the lasso, you turn the hat around, man. You turn.
That's fire. That's
how you move to the next level. You know what I mean? And we definitely gonna have the cipher. And then our first in class our first in class will be the night before, and that is going to be it's going to be pretty epic. We have another, and I, the class, the students don't even notice. We have another Wu-Tang member that's gonna talk to the students. Like,
oh shit,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's another Wu-Tang member, and then I'm working on something even crazier for those who can get in on Friday night, like as a class trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give so much to these guys because they believed when it could have been a quote unquote scam, right? Because that was happening all through the pandemic.
They were scamming.
Right.
So like I'm giving them everything so that they know, like, listen, there are people that's not out here trying to scam. There are people that's trying to actually build someone's skill set, build camaraderie, build community, and just show like, mentors are out here that don't want nothing out from you except for you to grow and get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm working every day, but I can't say what it is because it's so crazy. It doesn't even make sense what I'm trying to get done for the students for this weekend. It's a pendulum inking. That's what we call it.
Listen, inking. And I gotta say, man, it only makes sense because, as you know, I was a big fan of of course I'm a fan of your music, Mickey. But when you did that Black History, that you already know I was hitting you in the DMs like, yo. I was going crazy in the DMs, like, yo, Mickey, this is, do you like you too cool, you too relaxed, like, do you know what you're doing, like, like he's just like, yo, man, giving it to the people right now, and that's what I'm moving on, next thing. So now I see what the next thing, I already see your plate was full because I was over there like, go keep hitting them with this, make this into the, and he was like, nah, man, I got things coming, I'm moving. So I see you were already in the trenches and you already knew what was going on, man. And Show Rocker, yo, man, when we started researching you, man, the first thing we saw was Right on Red. You know what I mean?
Getting glitchy the other day. Yeah.
Caught a buzz with the Right on Red. You know what I'm saying?
Right on Red.
I want to say to you, man, but for the best pizza, you got to go down that interstate and make a Right on Red. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Yeah. So name one part of the curriculum writing exercise that has challenged you to excel the most.
The part that has challenged me to excel the most. That's a good question. We have these exercises and we do these usually after class, where they'll give us a word and tell us to break that word into smaller words and make it make sense. And that's hard to do. Like, it's easy when you get an easy word, but of course, this is Pendulum Ink, so they're not going to give us any easy words. And I believe one of the words that they gave us was California. And I heard, and everyone was stumped. They're like, how are we going to make California a thing? And Chilla Jones comes in with this, I'll make the California, because, he's a battle rapper and that's kind of their style. And I was just like, yeah, that's when I knew that these guys were different. So, all different types of exercises like that, or even like the Right on Red, which is a technique called glitching that we work on, where you use one word or one phrase and you use it with multiple meanings. And a lot of people will do that, but they won't, keep it true. Like, they'll say right on red, then they read him his rights on red. I tried to keep it as true to the exact same phrase as I could. And that's what makes it hard. And hey, that's why I like pause. That's why I like these exercises. Keeps us sharp.
Yeah, no doubt.
They always teach us, they say, if you're reaching, then that means you're trying. And it shows you're trying to think outside the box. Don't do it, but you got to do it until you get it right.
Wow, I like that. That's motivation. When did you what month did you come in out of the 6 months? What month did you come into Pendulum Ink?
I came in from the jump. So I came in from the first class.
When you see it organic like that, you know that it's definitely something that's reaching the students with meaning. And we love how it has so many different curriculums and so many different departments, so many different aspects of life that you can actually work on and strengthen.
Exactly.
You could be the nicest MC in the world, and then you jump in pen. It sounds like you jump up in Pendulum, and then all of a sudden they're working on your financial. You're like, oh yeah, I'm good with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to handle the business. I just know how to spit. So that, and that business side of it, everything,
everything from business to credit to business credit to songwriting as opposed to lyric writing to getting your LLC straight. Like, yo, they're really getting us right.
I want to say something. Stay tight and support this man. Because if you really see what he's doing, and when it gets out there, all I would say, support this man. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know in our community, when we're doing amazing things that are empowering our brothers and sisters, and because this is not just one lane. This is everything. This is empowering yourself. This is like, so when you get to those levels and it starts to break out, and which it will, because it's already 6 months, and look what's happening, man. Y'all, this first class, support this man and ride out, because remember Mickey Fax, remember Chilla Jones, remember Rhyme Cop, remember who started this. I was up probably like towards the beginning of when Pendulum first started. I was in Boston watching Rap Seminar Rob and Chilla Jones were presenting at Harvard. Harvard. Presenting at Harvard. And I was sitting next to Chilla, and I said, Chilla, what y'all are doing is great. You needed to do this before someone else tried to take it from you. This is our culture, and if you don't do it first, then the vultures are going to get it. This is something that needs to be protected. Protected.
Absolutely.
I want to put that language out there because it's real. Like, it needs to be protected. You know what I mean? And coming from where I come from, Queens, I'm in Queens, New York.
Queens get the money.
Dollar bill. You already know. But let me tell you, it's serious, man. Like, we have so much people out there who are starving for something like this. You have so many forums that they, like he said, they scam, they did do this, and now you have something that come along that's legit. The investment is deep. You see it in the power of the students and how they rep hard for it. You see it in the merchandising, like every little detail. You see it. It's not. People don't understand, but people pay attention. When Mickey pulled out that debate team, that team points, I looked at that and said, that's real right there. That's every thread investment. Every thread investment. So, I salute all of you and what you're doing. Realize what you're doing. And also, as the students, make sure, you would take that power and give it back into this system. So,
that's a fact.
I'm really like touched by it. I'm amazed by it, and it's such a blessing to see. And as a father, my son here to see it. To see what we're doing as Black men and as brothers who are building and giving back to the community and changing the narrative. That narrative which slays us down in the street and all the things that we've seen, what we've seen.
That's a fact.
Man, please. That's why we do what we do at Young and Informed Media, because it's really, we trying to change the narrative over there too. We're sick and tired of waiting for them to see how brilliant we are.
Listen, let's put it this way. By the time your son is in Pendulum Ink, I might be his teacher.
There you go.
Hey, listen.
Oh, it's coming too.
It's coming.
Listen,
I'm coming for it.
Come out. He coming.
Hey man, listen, we are actively working towards getting our pensmen to begin, teaching next year, at least one of our 15 classes. It is going to be paid. We got one of our pensmen a gig already and teaching in a middle school in Boston. So, we just made 6 months, man, and we're not going to stop. We want to be able to provide opportunities to our pensmen to see and to show them that, listen, your investment went to something that, helped you grow and helped you, make money back as well. Like, it's not, we didn't just come in, we didn't come and take their money and then you just knew. You did the first day of class, you saw me with a big ass chain on. Nah. They came into class. I'm in here working with them. I'm in here. They always some of them hit me on the side. I give them advice. I'm reaching out to different people in my Rolodex that I've built relationships with and sharing them with them, and I think that's what's been missing from our community as Black people. Why are people hoarding this information when you can come here, right, and skip over the hurdles that you're going to, clearly, run into. Come here, come to me. We're going to get you right. You're going to get way more than what you paid for. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be able to flourish here at the school. You're going to get better writing wise, business wise, content. One of our students got 11 million views on a post from coming here. One of us, this student, he opened up for Ghostface Killer. Another one opened up for Rakim. Another one just got a job in a Boston middle school. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we're not, there's more opportunities on the horizon. Like, I can't say a lot of it because he's a Pens. I don't want people to just be like, well, damn, he giving them everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I wanted somebody to do that for me. You know what I mean? Like, I wanted the OGs that I looked up to be like, yo, all right, man, come on, put you on. I never had a cosign.
Wow.
So maybe this is a little bit of the trauma, and I'm just like, yo, here, I'm spoiling them. It don't matter to me. I want this legacy of the school to last forever and ever and ever. And this is the beginning of it. They took a chance the same way I took a chance at creating something that literally did not exist until now.
All right, Mick, you got to get to class, man.
So it got pushed back to 7:15. So we good.
Okay, all right.
This needs to go, into the campuses, into the universities.
Yes,
the pendulum tentacles need to, when y'all break out of those graduations and going into those college and universities and speaking and talking, this should be, it needs to create forums and studies. There's going to be studies on this. They already started the PhDs on hip hop, right? I got my boy who got his PhD on Stretch and Babito. You know what I'm saying? Out of St. John's University. My brother got his PhD on the whole hip hop and the power of implementing it to New York City Department of Education. My other boy down in Atlanta got his PhD, hip hop. So that was the first phase. You guys are now starting. If you don't know if you realize, you're starting the next phase. It's amazing, the timing. It's like the evolution of it. Now you're into the next phase where you're actually doing it. So then what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to go back in and study it and say, well, these guys did it. We need to study how this happened and how it worked and how it became a success.
Can you drop some of those pendulum bars that has made you stand out before we go?
Ooh, that's what we're doing, rhyming on the spot. Gotcha. Yo, I said, hey, yo, multi-syllabic rhyme schemes in my sentences, so hopefully y'all could ID what the premise is. My effortless penmanship has never been blemished. It's just evident when I mention it, intentions to leverage it. Heaven sent, but hell bound. These rappers capping. What happened? They let their letters entrap them. We call that spellbound. Now they try to force us into extinction. I see the DEA and get the quick thinking. Like John Wilkes in the booth before he hit Lincoln. Even tiny holes tip the balance, leave the ship sinking. I quit drinking, my vision improved. No women and booze got me to my naked truth. Just my pen in the nude. I drown my demons, won't let them intrude. They started swimming in that Henny like that shit's an infinity pool. Woo! That's all I got for y'all today.
Woo! Wow.
Something light.
Wow.
I'm light. Okay.
That was one of his homework assignments too.
That's homework. Light homework?
That's homework, yeah.
Wow, man, that's amazing. What you think about that, Noah?
Well, of course, it's so amazing that I have to give that my traditional infinite dabs.
Triple dab. I was trying not to curse as well.
Keeping the dabs alive, man. Keeping them dabs alive.
You know.
But listen, man, I really appreciate, you guys, coming on today, taking the time. Like I said, man, this is, I would love to just sit here and talk for hours about this because I'm so excited about what you guys are doing. I know we got busy schedules and I just want to give a word of encouragement to keep doing what you're doing. Keep that vision where towards the goal, drown out the rest of the noise and just keep being organically you, because that's where it got you to this point, Mickey and Show Rocker. We salute you guys, and it's going to be nothing but greatness, man. And like I said, anything we could do to support.
The verse you just rhymed just now, Show Rocker, when you said it was homework, I was completely shocked. I would not expect somebody to put that much effort and skill into something as little as homework, which just shows how dedicated Pendulum Ink students, or what you guys say, penchmen or pensmen, something like that, how dedicated you guys are to improving and putting in the work to make sure that you really do become better and learn from what you're enrolling in. And I also give props to Mickey for giving them that passion and inspiration and creating the platform and place to do so, and to give them that opportunity to do so. So you two are just two amazing people. I'm just fascinated by what you guys do.
Mickey is amazing, pause, but like I said, he's the general. We will go to war for Mickey. Nobody better not ever say nothing bad about Mickey Fax in this culture, because they got a lot of pensmen to deal with.
They got a lot.
A lot.
Yo, guys, appreciate you. Have a good class tonight, miss. Shout out, salute to everybody. Tell them we said hello at the class tonight, and keep doing your thing, man. Thanks again.
All right, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
Long
man.
live lyricism.
Long live lyricism.
Long live. Peace.